Apostle Paul wrote, "The love of Christ compels us." He captured the deep, spirit-driven passion that moves us to share the hope of Jesus with the world. Paul wasn't motivated by fear, pride, or personal gain. He was driven by the life-changing love of Christ, even at a cost of being misunderstood or even rejected. That same love is moving powerfully today across the campuses of Lynchburg. Students are stepping out boldly, compelled by that same love, bringing the message of reconciliation and hope to a world desperate for meaning and purpose. The following is a glimpse of how God compels us. Lynchburg schools serving as an epicenter of His love and radiating beyond.
I'm Kenya Martinez Guzman. I'm a biology major here at Randolph.
Hey, I'm Dr. Tolles. I'm the faculty advisor for Cru here on Liberty University's campus.
I'm Honora Melton. I'm a sophomore at Sweetbriar and I'm a student leader with Cru.
My name is Matthew Jackson and I'm the evangelism leader here at CVCC.
I joined my first semester of my freshman year, so like 7-8 months ago. To me personally, it has really encouraged me, like discipleship with like Lainey, and then being able to like study the Bible with other people who are also in love with gospel, and then being able to go on the mission trips with other people and just explore. And then if I was back at home doing that, I'm not sure if I would have been able to take those steps by myself. So.
Yeah, I'm part of Cru primarily because I love it. When we say that a Cru is a caring community, it sounds cheesy at first, but it really is. I've been a believer for longer than everybody else has been alive. And yet, the meetings that I attend, the events that I go to, they're building me up to become a stronger, more focused, more viable disciple of Jesus Christ.
What we do on Thursdays is we have whiteboard evangelism where we ask people a question and just have spiritual conversations stem from that. Whether it is, can God be known personally? Or another one is, what is the purpose to life? Is there a purpose to life? Another thing that we do is on Fridays where we have initiative evangelism, where we just walk up to people and we just ask them, okay, what's your view on God? Or why do you believe that? And them hearing the message, their eyes change and just see the work of the message, the gospel, going into their hearts.
At Sweetbriar, we're very much at the relationship building stage with all of that. The month of February, we had a What is Love event where we just asked people to write on a note card, what does love mean to you? Just to like kind of open it up, and then we gave them a piece of candy and said, hey, we love you, Cru loves you. And we recently added a section to our weekly meetings on apologetics. So we talk about questions that specifically Sweetbriar students are interested in, because we need to be prepared for when we get into those discussions.
Almost every day of the afternoon, every afternoon each day, you'll see people joining for Bible studies, doing evangelism, walking the campus and just making sure that people hear the gospel. Yes, here at Liberty, yes, the gospel's needed here, and that's what we're trying to do. Thursday nights is our regular weekly meeting where we hear from people. Obviously we have outside speakers, but also sometimes it's a training thing where we get together, we make sure that we know when we want to share the gospel, we're ready to share that hope.
Well, one thing I love about Cru is in our vision statement, we speak of how we love Jesus deeply and want to multiply our lives locally and abroad. And through that, through being able to multiply our lives locally, I was able to do it through PCB. And for a week, we went down to Panama City Beach, Florida. It's amazing what God can do in a week. I mean, we can just talk just stats. 266 people gave their lives to Christ. And just thinking about, like, even if we went there and only one gave their life to Christ, that's still an eternity. But 266 eternities have been changed. Then that's really the beauty of Cru, that God can send college students to spend their entire spring break to use it for the Lord and to use that to change people's eternity.
Cru is partnered with Filter of Hope, who has gone to DR this past spring break. And I went to that missions trip, and while I was there, I was able to evangelize to 3 families. And because it was DR and because I'm Hispanic, I was able to share the gospel in Spanish with them, which was able to connect more, because it was like this person understands me more, and like I could speak to them a lot better. And so we didn't have to like use a translator. We could just communicate one-on-one, and it was amazing.
I was on a team to Norway this past spring break. What we were trying to do is we were trying to pioneer a ministry in Oslo, Norway. We talked to I don't know how many college students, invited them out to meet and talk more about spiritual things, about things that are important. We had a team of 15 coming from Liberty, and we met a team of 15 from Moldova. I bet probably half dozen countries were represented just in the team, all together trying to do one thing, which is establish a gospel ministry on the college campuses of Oslo, Norway.
I'd say for the fruit, I mean, 8 people came to Christ here. And you might think, oh, only 8, but think about that. Someone's eternity changed from once in eternal death, now in eternal life. That because of what God has done here, through Cru, through this ministry here, God has changed 8 people's lives for the best.
It's good to have conversations with people who do want to have conversations. This is the real world. There are a lot of hurt people, and there are a lot of angry people, and we're always going to have to interact with others. So learning how to do that in college is a really great opportunity.
It's insane. Worcester, I love Worcester so much, and just seeing how the change of when I first met him, it shows that he truly cares and he truly loves the Lord and truly wants to love him more and more. A person who didn't know Jesus throughout his entire life now wants to love Jesus more, and it's just a beautiful thing that what God's doing through Cru, because you reach the whole campus, you reach the whole world.
Just as Paul was compelled by Christ's love to keep going even in the face of hardship, so too are faculty, students, staff, and volunteers here in Lynchburg, being stirred by that same unstoppable love. God is breathing new life into hearts and calling a generation to live for something beyond their own comfort, outside their own culture, and venturing into uncharted territories for the gospel, because the love of God compels us. As we watch him move in our midst, we remember it is the all-sufficient, glorious love of Christ that compels us. And that embodiment of his love is just getting started. Christ's love compels us because we are convinced that one died for all and therefore all died. And he died for all, that those who live should no longer live for themselves, but for him who died for them and was raised again.